Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to How Likely. We're down at West Ham today with Jarrod Bowen. How you doing today, bro?
All good, thank you.
Good.
Excited for this.
Love that, love that. So it's very simple. So I'm going to give you this.
Nice.
It's got a few of your pictures on it.
Nice.
And I'll ask you a question, or I'll say a statement. I'll say, how likely are you to, for example, get Chinese on a cheat day?
Okay.
And you can pick. Which one would you pick if that was the statement?
Probably
Likely?
likely,
That's
yeah.
fair. You're a Chinese man?
Yeah, but it's whatever we decide, but we always end up like deciding for about half an hour, and then it's like, right, let's just go to what we know.
Yeah.
Stick to that one. So yeah, probably likely.
How likely are you to watch your own highlights after a game? Likely.
Yeah, we got a little app where it's just like you. So
Really?
Yeah, I like to watch just what I've done, what I didn't do well, what I done well.
Do you watch like compilations of yourself? Like if you've had like a flurry of goals?
Oh,
there's always compilations
the
being made.
YouTube
Be honest, man. Be honest.
Nah. The only one I watch on YouTube is my first goal for Hereford. That's the only one I watch on YouTube. But like goals, assists, and that, I won't. Even interviews, I don't know. I hate listening to my own voice back. But no, it's more just like the stuff you get from like the analysis.
The analysis.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not like comps.
Okay,
TikTok
so you're modest with it.
Yeah,
fair enough. Which player in the team is most likely to show you that, oh, look at this goal that I just scored?
Do you know what I'm going to say? But it's probably not scoring a goal. It's probably like his defending, or to show me how fast he is, Naya Fagad.
Really?
Yeah. If
he likes flexing.
If he's sprinted past someone or something, he'll be like, look, I told you I'm fast. He's the one that springs to mind for that.
That is funny. That's hilarious. All right, cool. The next one. How likely is Antonio to pass it if you're 2-on-1 versus a keeper? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I think a few players in that position. What would you say?
Depends on the angle.
Yeah.
If 2v1 as in there's no defenders, it's
no
just you
defenders,
against.
you two.
Yeah. Actually, I would go highly likely.
Okay.
I think if I was there, I'd have to pass it. I think unless you score, you have to pass it. But if you miss,
it's gonna get after the game.
Game over, yeah.
But what if you scored 2, for example, need 1 more for a hat trick? In that situation, you're winning comfortably.
Yeah, maybe that's a different scenario.
Yeah.
If it's like 3-0, say, you've scored 2, there's like 15 minutes to go. Maybe it's coming back down. Yeah.
Next one. How likely are West Ham to win a trophy this season? Had a very good summer, few signings in, got likely.
No, likely because that's our ambition, that's our aims. It's been a change with the new manager, of course. New signings have come in, exciting signings that we're all excited. We've all played a part of each other now in pre-season. And that's our aims. We're not going to sit here and say, we want to finish in mid-table. We want to finish in the top half of the Premier League, qualifying for Europe. And there's two cuts, unfortunately not in Europe this season, but again, that's one of our aims for this season, to qualify for Europe. And you still have the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
Love that, confident. Okay, next one. How likely is your old mate, you're still mates, Declan Rice to win a trophy this season? They got very close. Okay, you're putting highly likely. Okay.
I really like Arsenal. I think the signings they've made as well, and how good they've been for 2-3 years. They obviously have Champions League, FA Cup. They've got more opportunities to win it, but I think their team's really good. And of course, Man City have been so good for so many years. Liverpool have been so good for so many years, but I do think Arsenal are coming together at the right time. And to see that win a trophy, tearing up.
Emotional.
To see him win a trophy would be, I'd be really happy for him because I think he deserves it. But like I said, we want him to win a trophy, so hopefully it's not like a FA Cup final or something, so I won't be rooting for him. But no, he deserves it, and I think, like I said, Arsenal have transitioned really well in the last few years and really taken the league to Man City for the last couple of years. So, I think they're in a really good position, like I said, with the signings they've made as well. But like I said, for Deck as well, I'd be really happy for him.
Are you surprised that he's become so comfortable at Arsenal the way he did?
Nah, because I saw it for 3 years that I played with him. And I think it only took, probably as bad as this sounds, it only took him moving to Arsenal for, I think, everyone to see how good Deck is. I saw that week in, week out, every day in training. And at England as well, so calm, so composed. And he's only, I'm not sure how old, 24, 25, something. But yeah, such a level head. A great guy off the pitch as well. So no, I wouldn't say I'm surprised at all to see how well he's doing, because I knew that he could do it.
I love that. Okay, next one. How likely are you to become a farmer?
Oi.
Because you know there was this personal story of you in the farm. So how likely is that after you've retired?
I don't know whether it's like
In between?
yeah,
Okay.
because I'd like to do it. I think it'd be really cool. But from when I used to go and help out my granddad.
You trained on the farm as well, right?
Yeah, and I think it's changed a lot since then, and a lot of responsibility and a lot of things to do on the farm. So I don't know whether, like my granddad's just finished farming, my uncle's still farming, and he's up at the crack of dawn and sometimes be up for 2 days, depending on what season of farming it is. So I don't know. I think the thought of it is I'd love to do it, but then the actual reality of doing it, and getting everything right and doing everything the right way, maybe not. So that's why I'm putting it 50-50. We'll see how it goes by the end of my career, maybe.
Okay, yeah, we might have to do another shoot, get you on the farm, see how you
on the
fare.
John Deere.
Trust me. Okay, next one. How likely are you to win the Golden Boot this season? Got a few goals last year, 16 in the league. How likely is that you being modest?
We've got Haaland in the league for one.
Yeah, he scores a lot of goals.
Yeah, and he scores a lot of goals. So obviously I'd love to be up there for Golden Boot. But I just think with the strikers that play number 9, Haaland, Solanke, Isak, there's so many goal scorers in the league that have scored so many goals over the years. Ollie Watkins as well, scores so many goals. So I'd like to back myself and say, yeah, obviously I want to score as many goals as possible, but the Golden Boot might just be, I don't know. Obviously I want to, but I'm just thinking of my real head. My real head switched on a little bit.
Do you set yourself targets though? Because obviously you scored 16, 20 in all comps last season. Are you saying, 25 to 30 this year?
Yeah, that's the aim. I think if you can get 20 goals in all competitions, along with the assist as well, as a winger, it's, your job is to score goals, create goals for the team. So for me, that's always my aim, those numbers, and have to get you in. Obviously, games aren't always relied on numbers. I know that it's looked a lot. People will say, he hasn't scored that many goals, but I think you can contribute in different ways.
Okay, next one. How likely are you to have a burner account?
What, like a...
like an account that no one knows is you?
Nah.
No, you're not on it?
Nah.
I spoke to a few footballers about it. Some have it, some don't.
Yeah.
Why are you unlikely? Highly unlikely?
Nah, I don't have a private account. I just have my main account. But I don't really go on social media that much. Like, I've got Instagram. I run my Instagram and do that, but I don't have Twitter or X. I think that's what it's called now since I've deleted it. It's changed its name. I've got a few group chats on Snapchat with my boys back home, but that's about it really.
How likely are you to become a pundit after football?
Staying there. We just had the farmer conversation. We had the farmer conversation, so...
You didn't even lift that.
Nah.
You're not on it?
Nah, I'm not on it because with pundits, I know how hard it is to be a footballer, and I just don't think I could speak about other footballers in situations where you know how hard it is to be playing. So I think it's good because it brings a lot of realism from they've played in the game to go on like the telly and speak about experiences and understand what players are feeling and stuff. But for me, I just don't really think it's my kind of gig. I've always had this thing where even like coaching or stuff after football, I wouldn't want to.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. I'd rather just go back home and watch my local team play football week in, week out or something. Go watch Hereford. But no, I don't know. It might change in a few years as I get a bit older, maybe.
I see it happening. Now that we're talking about it, I even see a twinkling eye. Like maybe I could do it.
Yeah, maybe a few years. We'll see.
The last one. How likely is it that Jude Bellingham would win the Ballon d'Or? Highly likely.
Yeah.
Backing him, yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to think of who else is there. Obviously, you've got Vinicius.
Yeah.
I think Rodri is a really good shout for it as well,
yeah.
For what they've won. But yeah, I think he's got to be in the conversation of about it because first season at Real Madrid, massive team. Obviously came from Dortmund, which is again in itself is a massive team. But I think Madrid is just another level, of. You see it in the Champions League, the way they won the Champions League. He done that in his first season. Also La Liga Player of the Year, scored so many goals. And was a key figure for us in the summer in the Euros as well. So for me, I think it's highly likely because I think he's got to be in the conversation about it, and that's full credit to him and how he's adapted to life at Real Madrid so quickly and looked so easy with everything.
How was it in the England camp knowing there's so many like Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, yourself, Saka, everyone? There was a lot of players that had really good seasons. What was the chemistry like?
No, really good, and I think that's one thing that was so good about the summer was there was no egos, there was no cliques, there was nothing like that. It was one team wanting to win. And I think it was my first experience as, you know, tournament football. But, you know, I think if you want to win, you can have all the best players. But if you don't have the best team, you're going to fall really short. And I thought we had a really good team. We had a real good chemistry between all the lads. Everyone came off the back of probably the best seasons that they've probably had in their careers. But every day in training was just that togetherness, that bright spark. And I think we saw that in some of the games as well. You know, when it was difficult, we knew that we were fighting for our teammate. Everyone was working for each other. So yeah, for me in the summer, it was the team as a collective was really good.
Amazing. Well, Jarrod, thank you so much for joining me.
Appreciate
that was
it.
Quality.
Loved it.
I'll catch you on the farm soon
Yeah,
as well.
or maybe a pundit. We'll see.
I love that.